The U.S. has reportedly rejected Russian President Vladimir Putin's proposal for a ceasefire in Ukraine to freeze the war, according to Reuters, citing three Russian sources with knowledge of the discussions.
블라디미르 푸틴 러시아 대통령이 우크라이나 전쟁을 이대로 동결하자는 휴전 제안을 내놨으나 미국 정부가 이를 거부한 것으로 보인다고 로이터 통신이 3명의 러시아 소식통을 인용해 보도했습니다. All right, tell us more about this.
Well, this is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Putin actually did an interview with Tucker Carlson, so he is starting to talk a bit more now. And apparently, he has said that they're ready for dialogue with Washington, and that they could be considering a ceasefire here. Washington has said, a U.S. source denied that there has been any official contact. They're saying it's been done through intermediaries.
Okay.
This would be partners in the Middle East, for example.
Okay.
And the U.S. has said they will not engage in any talks that do not involve Ukraine. Apparently, Putin, he's proposing to freeze the conflict at the current lines, and he's unwilling to cede any Ukrainian territory that's controlled by Russia. I would imagine that, for any peace deal, they're gonna have to get the guarantee that NATO will not expand and Ukraine will not join NATO. However, President Zelensky of Ukraine, he has said that he will never accept Russia's control of any Ukrainian land, and he's also outlawed any contacts with Russia. Another interesting aspect of this story is that U.S. President Joe Biden, he's been pushing Congress for months to approve more aid for Ukraine. However, he's facing a lot of opposition from Republicans who are allies of Donald Trump.
러시아 측에서 미국과 여러 가지 지금 대화를 시도하고 있다라는 얘기가 러시아 쪽에서 나오고 있답니다. 그런데 미국의 공식 입장은 우리는 이 공식적인 대화 요청을 받은 적은 없다. 그러나 이제 비공식적으로 중동의 협력국들을 통해서 러시아와 미국 간의 대화를 하고 싶다라는 연락은 있었던 것 같네요. 공식 연락은 아니지만. 그러다 보니까 이제 러시아는 미국과 단 둘이 1대1로 이렇게 대화를 좀 해보자. 휴전도 가능하다. 다만 지금 현 상태에서 뭔가 지금 점령한 우크라이나의 땅을 돌려준다든지 이런 거 전혀 없이 미국과 러시아만 대화하는 거 하고 싶다. 미국의 입장은 우크라이나가 참여하지 않는 대화는 없다. 이런 입장이고요. 우크라이나 역시 지금 상태로는 대화 불가능하다. Alright, so many different perspectives here, and it looks like any one-on-one discussion is going to be hard right now. But we'll have to wait and see.
Right. We'll have to wait until Trump gets elected and fixes it.
Let's have
a lot of people are thinking that anyways.
Yeah, I mean, the election is only, 9 months away now?
Right,
so we'll have to see who the next president of the US is, and then things could change or not. Well, we don't know.
Right.
Let's have a look at the first expression, a proposal for a ceasefire.
Well, a proposal is any formal suggestion for something, right?
Yeah.
A marriage proposal, for example.
It's like, will you marry me?
Will you do this?
Yeah.
Right. You suggest that you'd like to do something. So that's what a proposal means. And a ceasefire is a truce, or it's an agreement to stop fighting for a period. It's not a peace deal, but usually ceasefires, you agree to a ceasefire so you can continue talks for a larger peace deal.
Exactly. 휴전을 제안했다라는 뜻이죠. 그리고 이 propose 한다라는 것이 제안하는 것인데 the ultimate proposal, as Ray said, is the wedding or the marriage proposal.
Right.
자, 그 다음에는 sources, according to sources.
In this case, we're always talking about when journalists talk about their sources, it's the people that gave them information.
Because that's really important.
It is, for sure.
You can't just say, Russia has said this and US has said no. You have to quote your sources.
But a lot of times they won't, right? So the journalists will not reveal their sources because they want to keep getting information from them.
But at least say it's from an anonymous source.
Right. They'll mention it from a source within the White House. You'll hear something like that. And when you're in university and you're writing, or even in high school, you're writing papers, you have to cite your sources. So you have to cite which books or which websites you got that information from.
네. 자, 여기서는 소식통, 정보원 이 되겠고요. 출처라는 뜻이 있죠. 그러니까 우리가 논문을 쓴다든지 그럴 때 학생들은 반드시 이제 논문의 출처 이러이런 것들을 인용했다, 여기서 가져왔다, 그거 반드시 밝혀야 될 때도 cite your sources라고 하고요. 여기서는 this news is according to Reuters, which has cited 3 Russian sources. 이렇게 표현을 하고 있습니다. 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. The US has reportedly rejected Russian President Vladimir Putin's proposal for a ceasefire in Ukraine to freeze the war, according to Reuters, citing 3 Russian sources with knowledge of the discussions.